Hello, Ruth Fisher Colts. Matt Domish, principal here at Ruth Fisher Middle School. We got a few announcements for this week. Really, the big one is we just finished district benchmark testing, our Galileo test. And now it's moving on to state testing time. So the next 3 weeks, we are pretty busy with state testing going on. Attendance is more important than any other time of the year. Actually, every day is important. Just make sure your kids are here for attendance. But for state testing, very important that they are here on test days. So we got them coming up. So our first one is our Arizona State writing test. That's on Thursday, April 4th. So please make sure your student is in attendance that day. And then the following week, we have just 8th graders and a few of our 5th graders on campus on April 9th and 10th is the AZ Science test. So it's the state science test. Only 8th graders and 5th graders take those tests. Very important that they're here both those days on the 9th and the 10th, Tuesday, Wednesday, for those tests. Just because the high school doesn't have school, we are in session with every kid on those days. So just because 8th graders are testing doesn't mean that 6th and 7th graders, they're in class, regular schedule, learning as normal. We also then have the week of April 16th. So the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th is our math and ELA test for the Arizona State test. So very important that they're here every single day of that week, the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th of April. Those 4 days, extremely important that they are here so they can take those tests. Please remind your students on those test days, those nights before, that they get a good night's sleep, that they eat breakfast, and that you just talked about the importance of doing their best on the state testing. Here at the middle school, yes, we do use those results for scheduling. That can then tie into what classes and what electives they take here at Ruth Fisher Middle School. Because if they need additional support in math or ELA, they're going to get additional math or ELA, and that could come in lieu of their elective class. So just kind of remind students that, take your time, do their best. If they do those things, honestly, they'll do just fine. It's about making sure that they're putting the best effort in for it. These tests are very important to kind of see what they know and what we need to continue to work on. So again, state's coming up. First one is coming up is next week, Thursday, April 4th. They're going to be writing an essay. Other announcements. Honestly, we're kind of wrapping down the year. One of the big things kind of review this time of year is always the dress code. As it's been 9 months since the start of the year, kids are growing. So double check the dress code. So if you're out buying new school clothes for kids, make sure you review the dress code. Make sure they're staying in dress code. This year our students have done a fantastic job following the dress code this year. So please review that so we don't have any issues that come up at the end of this year. Also, behavior is also important. Our next Colts Day is coming up. Actually, I believe it's on May 3rd, that Friday. We are going to the movies. So students who have good attendance, meaning miss less than 4 days for this next month, have passing grades and have good behavior for this month, we are packing up and our Colts Day trip is to the movies. Again, thank you for supporting our students during the fundraiser with the Color Blast. We're using, again, a lot of that Color Blast money goes to pay for the movie. Kids are not charged for the movie. They just need to bring money if they're able to go for snacks. So thank you for supporting the Color Blast and our students. So with that, make it a great week, and we look forward to having some awesome test results.